Hey, Jennifer and Tammy. Hope you guys are well. I am sending you this YouTube video and just going to show you how to do a search in the Compass Learning Teacher platform by standards. So you can share this with all the teachers and should take about just a few minutes. I also wanted to show you a couple more real cool things that you can kind of play around with a little bit. One of them is going to be searching for content by your actual Envision math textbook, and also searching for formative assessments that will generate learning paths based on one single standard. So I'm going to go ahead and log in here. And this is the most important thing I think you guys wanted to see, is kind of a gist of all the lessons. So again, the first thing I'm going to show you is how to search for lessons and assign them based on a standard. So you can assign lessons manually, or you can just get the lesson codes and write the lesson codes on the board for the students to go into themselves as they sign into their student platform. So the first place I want to go is content. Okay, and then I'm going to go to curriculum index. And the next thing, since this might be a demo account, you can either just focus in on math or language arts. So in this case, I'm going to do language arts, and I can choose my level here. Actually, this is sort of weird. I don't know if this is going to do this on your platform, but you see tabs here on the bottom, and it's kind of hard to see. But you see my cursor here on textbooks, and then you can see one right behind there. When you know you're on the right spot, you're going to get a hand that points to Common Core. I know you can't see it. It's kind of hidden back there, but you just go ahead and click on Common Core. And you can choose your grade level. So in this case, I'm going to go to 4th grade. And notice that all of my reading literature standards are organized here. Reading literature, you're going to see reading information, as well as all of the new writing standards. And you'll have speaking and listening and language. So I can click on any of these here. I'm going to go to Reading Literature 4.7. And it's going to pop up with all of the different lessons that are in there. And here I can view them and see if it's appropriate to assign. Okay, and it pops up right there. I can also use these for whole class instruction as well. So the nice thing is that you see these lesson codes that I talked about here. So you can assign these manually in groups of 2, 3, 4, 5 lessons, and they'll all appear in a folder in the student platform. Or you can take these codes here and write them on the board. Okay, so that's how you would do a search for lessons based on a standard. And I want to show you one more cool thing here. I'm going to go to math. Okay, and remember when I said you can actually pull up lessons by the Envision book? Well, here's the cool thing. I'm going to go ahead and reset this so that it's cleared out. And again, this is kind of hard to find, but right next to that Common Core tab there, again, I know it's hidden. Right to the right of it is textbooks. I know you can't see that tab, textbooks, but it's there. When you see the hand, you know you're on the right spot. And I'm going to select a subject, and because this is my demo account, it has every single textbook that we align to. The textbook in here that is Envision Math is actually Math Textbook B. Okay, and again, I can choose my grade. I'm going to go to 2nd grade. And here's all the different topics that I have within the Envision program. I can click on that. So let's just say that I'm in topic 3. Now, I'm not sure what that stands for, but EV.03.2. and I guess this is operations in algebra. And here's just a couple of lessons or a couple of activities in there. And again, you see that code there. And the nice thing is that I can assign this manually, or I can take that code and write it on the board as I am on this unit to supplement my instruction. Okay. The last thing I'm going to show you are assessments. Now, the nice thing is that there are formative assessments that I can use in here that's correlated by standard or even your textbook. So here, what I want to do, I mean, the big question is, can I create a formative assessment, and based on the results of that single standard formative assessment, will I be able to generate learning paths? And absolutely, you can do that. So I can go Common Core here, and I can select my subject. And in this, I'll do language arts right now. And I'm going to go to 3rd grade. I'm going to click Next. And notice that I have all of my standards on the side here. So you see reading literature 3.5, 3.6. And you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to 3.8 and see what that looks like. I'm going to click Next here. And here's a really quick 4-item assessment, and I can see what the questions actually look like. Okay, and it pops up right there, and I can see if I want to assign this particular assessment here. Okay, and it just takes me a couple of clicks, and I can assign it to all of my students. Now, what I'm going to show you is what it looks like for the student after they take the assessment. So I'm going to go into HB1, and I'm signing as a student right now. Okay. And as I log in, here's a nice part. And I think I did this for math. Do you see this this folder called pretest right here? I can click that. And again, I'm going to pretend I've already taken this test, and this was on a 3rd grade operations and algebra standard. And based on what I did on that standard, I was able to generate automatically a personalized lesson path based on what I did for that particular standard. Okay, so that's about it for me. I'd like to meet with you guys again. Feel free to share this video amongst all of your colleagues over there at oehl. I'd love to come back and do a presentation for you guys when it's appropriate. So if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out to me. Thanks, you guys.